Hello everybody, it is me, Darcy, it is him, Kris. Hello Kris, how are you?
No, not too bad.
I don't care.
How about you people?
I really don't.
What are you watching?
I don't care how Kris is, if I'm being perfectly honest.
But how are they?
How are they?
Maybe no one's
Who
asked
are
them
they?
today. How are you today? Are you okay?
Who is we? What is this? Why is this camera so low?
Oh.
Wait, can I do it?
Oh.
Whoop. Now the camera. Oh shit.
He doesn't know what he's doing.
Now the camera's higher.
It is.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Channel news.
Chat. Wait, what?
We've already started the
I
video.
wasn't expecting that.
Why weren't you expecting that? That's how we start all of the videos.
Hello. Channel news, Kris. What's been happening this week in the work? Well, but
Okay, so Monday.
I'm out.
Monday, Phasmophobia.
Monday was Phasmophobia.
It was Phasmophobia.
Part 1 of 3 parts.
Today was Raft.
Part.
There was a slight fuck up with that one, so it's only Darcy's perspective.
Well, we say a slight fuck up. In reality, Kris darn goofed himself like he often does. Often.
Yes.
And
I
as
must
always,
have
I was just left to pick up the slack. Pick up the slack. That's what I do. That's how I roll.
mean, look, it made your job easier when having to...
Yes, I'm not not going to lie. Yesterday, editing, I was sitting there editing the Spyros where the
Yes.
microphone fucked up. And I was like, okay, time to do a voiceover. And I was like, oh god, I'm like, I have to actually watch this whole thing to do a voiceover. I'm like, which means, oh my god, I'm not going to have time.
Raft it is.
So I went, you know what? I'm going to see what I've got to edit. Jumped in, went, oh look, there's a raft there. And I'm like, and I don't have Chris's part.
Which makes it so much easier and quicker.
Fucking cut nothing out.
Yeah, just everything stayed.
It's all there. It's all good. She's all right. Well, okay. No, I did cut off like the first 25 minutes of you complaining, like a bitch.
Complaining about what?
I can't remember. I deleted it. No, it was work. It was about work. You always complain about work. It was a lot of work.
Yeah, it's a thing to complain about.
Work. Anyway.
Yes.
Yeah. So no, I was Those spirals are going to give me a pain in the bum hole. Oh, what? Hold on. What is this?
I don't know, a piece of hair?
Piece of wig. I must have set my hair down next to the wig.
Yeah, you must have.
It's shedding like a motherfucker. Anyway, So, what makes the whole Spyro thing worse is that I was recording the voiceover for it.
Yes.
And so, I realized how long it was going to take. I accepted that. I started doing it, and then I went, oh, I never finished editing the video. Because I went, oh, this has to have a voiceover. I should fix this part up and this part up and this part up. But I never actually got around to fixing that part, and that part. I just
so now you've got to go back and start again.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I've done the edit on it. It's now ready to have the voiceover applied to it. It's just that the original voiceover I recorded, I was like, and I'm like, oh shit, this is the whole point of. I'm like, now I'm out of sync. I'm out of fucking. Oh fuck.
It's like it.
I'm like, and I was like,
Yeah.
and because the program I used for editing didn't want to play ball with me at the time,
Sounds right.
I was having to do the voiceover in another program,
Yes.
which meant that I'd have to then put it in the program and then sync it up, and I was less like, okay, as long as everything goes perfectly. It didn't go perfectly, and I was like, oh shit, now
Never
it's good.
does. Never does.
Okay, I have two options. I can continue this voice recording and just try and fix it. I'm like, and spend hours trying to be like, is this the point where this is this the... Because I'm also just like talking about myself playing a game and like talking about the dumb shit I'm doing. So at one point I'm literally saying, holy shit, look at that, I've missed that. And I go into a whole thing about missing it. And I'm like, I talk about that for like 3 or 4 minutes. And it's like, because I miss things all the fucking time.
No, that sounds right.
It's Spyro.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm like doing that, and then I'm like, syncing this to the footage is going to be so hard because I'm only just talking about this one aspect that's like happened 4 minutes ago.
So you got to go right back to the start of it to figure out where the point.
Yeah, so pretty much I was like, you know what, fuck this. Finish editing the video. Edited the videos, they're now ready to go. I'm like, I'll use the program that I edit in to do the voiceover. That way, it's already synced to the footage.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Watch it, he's still going to talk about missing it.
Oh, well, absolutely.
Maybe a longer tangent this time.
Maybe, who knows. I'm probably going to do that sometime this weekend, so there's lots of time for me to forget everything.
100%, yeah.
But, you know, I'll say what I see. Especially considering, like, at one point I'm just like, fuck, because I literally watched myself go past the thing that I need to come back later to get. I was like, oh shit. And when I say come back later, I literally mean like when I come back to complete the level, I have to do this thing again, and I just watch myself go straight past. I'm like, that's why I'm always missing gems.
Yeah, it's 100% why you're always.
Or there's another one where I'm like spend like a whole like 15 minutes looking for this gem, and I saw it the second I entered the room.
So it's always one gem though.
Oh yeah,
it's always
technically it was
one
two,
goddamn.
they were in the same spot.
Well, yeah, but it's always like one gem or one group of gems. That...
Oh, absolutely. If you
it's like the Phasmo where we missed the egg for fucking however long.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And looked at it
well,
like
if
20
you,
times.
If you watched shit, what was the one? If you watched the Beastmakers episode of their first game, I literally like sprinting around the entire map or one of the maps looking for a single one gemstone. I'm just like, you are fucking joking.
It's the worst.
And then it's like where it was right in a corner, which I'd never looked in because when I came in, I felt like a foot in front of it, and I would have thought that if it was there, it would have got picked up by sparks. So then I walked around the whole area. Yeah, I always have sparks.
Was he gold?
He might have been blue at the time, but I'm pretty sure it was gold. Anyway,
all right, fair enough.
So I fell down, landed in front of it, so it never appeared on my camera, and then walked around the whole area, never going back into this like one janky corner. And then I spent minutes on the map searching everything. I was like, okay, did I miss a green one in this grass? No. Shit.
Where is it?
I'm like,
come on.
Oh, where the fuck is it? And I was looking, and then I don't even remember how I found it. I went down there, couldn't see anything, turned around, walked back up, and then the last one was down there. I was like, what the fuck? I'm just standing there, and for some reason I hit the camera rotate button, and I'm like, there, right in the fucking corner. Fuck you.
It's the absolute worst in those situations. It's like when Nick and I were trying to do I don't know, for some reason, just there was one year that we were bored, no good games were coming out, so we were like, let's just see if we can beat the amount of platinums we got last year.
Oh, you guys are real cool.
Yeah, I know, right? So fucking cool. So we went down that track, and I was doing.
You guys went,
So I did Jack and Dax.
We'll see if we can beat all the platinums we got last year between all the sex we're having with attractive women.
So he's got it. He knows what's happening. So I was playing Jack and Daxter, and I had 1 all.
Yep.
Throughout every map left. Obviously, I knew which area it was in. Took me about 3 hours to find it.
Oh yeah, it's rough, man. It's rough.
It is the absolute worst. And then Jack 2, I've got like 20 to go, but I
just don't care.
I don't care anymore
Just don't care.
I don't because the thing about Jack is there was a whole like Jack 2 and 3. They started adding like you had to use like the hoverboard to do tricks and everything to get to certain points.
Fuck that shit.
And it just became the worst possible thing. So I just gave up on trying to get them because it was fun.
Yeah. So yeah, that kind of wraps up what's come out this week and what I've been working on. Then you've got like me and Kris have obviously some more recording to do. We'll probably do some tonight. But truth be told, we do have a little bit of a backlog. Once I finally do the voiceovers for these Spyros, there was 2 more episodes. Yeah. Plus the rest of the Phasmophobia, which is all edited. Plus there's another Wheel of Fortune, which was just the Wheel of Fortune video did surprisingly well for us.
I haven't looked at it. How?
It's like over 100, and I'm just wow. You know, like some of our videos we get like heaps of views on. Any of our shorts generally gets pretty good views. But like if we get a video that does like over 100, this is a pretty good video for us considering how small our following is. There's 57 of you still. Yes. But yeah, so for the fact that it did like in like the first 3 days it was like over 100. I was like, the fuck? Okay. People love the Wheel of Fortune apparently. Well, yeah.
We'll see how the next video goes.
We'll see. Fuck.
Didn't you say you had the prices right or something like that?
I do have I have Jeopardy.
Jeopardy.
The price is right.
I don't fucking know. There's a whole bunch of those types of games.
Jeopardy. Trivial Pursuit.
I don't.
Wheel of Fortune.
I've never seen Jeopardy, so I have no idea what happens with it.
Just a quiz game.
Just a quiz game?
Questions are asked. Things are answered.
Oh, is that the
Questions,
one
things,
where it's
question,
like
things.
you've got the prices and you got to go this topic for this cost?
You say, yeah, sort of.
Sort of. And then you get a question for that
Yes.
topic for the chance to win that amount, but someone else can take it.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Okay. I have seen stuff on it.
And they say, what is? And you say, that's actually a question.
No, it is. It is 100% a question.
You don't answer a question by asking another question. Jeopardy's weird.
Yeah.
Not as weird as Wheel of Fortune. Still have no idea how that works.
It's a weird one.
Spin some stuff, other stuff happens, ask for letters.
Don't make me pay for a fucking vowel.
Consonants every day. Yeah, so
Technically one you don't have to buy, if it's the correct word.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't know the answer to
otherwise...
that one, it's why.
Otherwise, yeah. Me and Kris have a little bit more filming to do. If you
Yep.
do have any suggestions, as always, chuck them down in the comments. We'll do something. We might not. Depends on how I feel about it.
And depends on what game you put down.
Yeah.
At which point it becomes how either of us feel about it.
Actually, Kris rarely gets to say what we do. It's in his contract.
No, there is no there is no contract. Every
You know what we could
goddamn
do?
time.
We could try Deceit. I want to play Deceit. We also should play
You have no
GTFO. We own GTFO.
We both, yeah, we do.
We just have never played it.
No. Wait, have I played?
I've never played it with you. You've never played
Oh,
it with
okay,
me.
yeah, fair.
We've never
I think I played
We've
once.
never played it.
I'm pretty sure I played it once.
More
I might be thinking of the wrong game.
So loud.
Yeah.
More importantly,
Yes.
I forget.
Fuck's sake.
Oh,
A door stopped him this time.
yeah, it's a game that I think we'd be great at because
Okay.
it's a game about precision, control, two things I'm very good at. But then, yeah, you're not. But then there's that whole element of shit going sideways,
Oh, that's right.
and I am the best at improvising.
See, I'm the one that causes shit to go sideways.
I'm aware. Maybe that's why we haven't played GTFO together.
Maybe.
Anyway, anything else on channel news? Games will be played. Conversations
no.
will be had.
Have you... Wait, I was about to say, have you fixed the issue with Discord, but I don't know. We can't really tell unless someone says there's an issue.
I should probably have a look at that.
Jake,
I
get on.
haven't looked at it. That's the best part.
Oh, so you haven't looked at it, so we
No.
know it's not fixed.
Oh, fuck no.
Okay, fair.
Thing is, I've gone to the thing, and it's like I don't understand why it's not working because it's just the link that it gives me. Unless that link is time locked.
See if it gives you a different link. That's honestly the
Right.
best way to check.
Right.
Have a look.
Anyway, I think that just wraps about that. I think that wraps about that.
That wraps up channel news.
Hey, nailed it for once. Now, if we can only teach him how to press the record button.
I swear that I did.
Yeah,
I may have accidentally double clicked it.
You will never live it down. Moving right along. Last week we talked a little bit about Halo, the TV show.
We did, and you said you were going to watch a bit of it to say something.
I did
about
one better.
it. Watched all of it.
No, I watched
didn't?
someone review it.
Oh, God damn it.
God, did I save some time? No, actually, apparently season 2 is not terrible.
Okay.
But there is apparently this really funny scene where all these elites like turn on their swords, then just like turn them off and walk away.
Wait, what?
Yeah, because they're fucking bros like that. They're just
I
like,
suppose.
"Pyong." Yeah, we could kill you. Yeah,
But we're not.
but it's our fucking union delegated 15-minute break, so we'll be back. We'll be back. If you want to run away, that's on you. But we gotta go eat some
Should
biscuits,
probably run away.
drink some coffee.
I don't know about coffee.
You can imagine that, couldn't you? Just have a whole bunch of elites in there.
Have a coffee.
Master Chief, no. This is break time. My break doesn't start for half an hour. Motherfucker. He's got us. He can shoot us as much as we want, and we can't legally respond. We're on break.
But will he really shoot a bunch of guys having some fucking coffee?
Yes.
And that one weird one that's having tea.
Hey, you leave tea out of this.
Tea is better than coffee. It
Tea
really
is
is.
so much better than
It
coffee.
is. It is. I haven't fucking had any in ages, other than iced tea. But I haven't had a hot
Drink it with my little saucer.
I've never drank it with a saucer.
Well, you haven't lived, sir. You have not lived. Anyway, so
I don't even know if we have a saucer at home.
You and Jordan? No way in hell you guys have a
No, we
saucer.
don't.
No way in hell do you guys have a saucer.
Anyway, just going and buying stuff.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, so apparently it is a lot better than season 1. But that's not saying much.
Yes.
People are happy.
It had a low bar to be.
People are happy that Master Chief at least keeps his helmet on when he's fighting now, instead of just being like, bullets are flying, helmet off.
Wait, huh?
Yeah, apparently.
You didn't mention that last
Apparently
time.
he does that in the first one a lot. I didn't watch the first one because I saw like the first 15 minutes and went, this is terrible. I told you, it's just like me with Rings of Power when I watched like the first 35 seconds. I went, worst thing ever.
Yeah. So I attempted to watch the Avatar live action series.
And Night Shyamalan. No, that was the movie, and it was terrible. And this one, I can almost say, not much better. Oh shit!
Let's just say I haven't really paid much attention to it.
He's got the 1,000-yard stare.
It's
You weren't there, man. You don't know.
No, it's very rushed.
Oh fuck!
It is extremely rushed.
Why?
In the what was it? What was I going to say? At the end of the first
Why is it that they think that they can? Why is it that they think that they can take one of the literally one of the best cartoons made in America?
Yes.
Of all time, I will fight you on that. Come at me, Scooby-Doo fans, with your arthritic bones.
Yes.
And go like, yeah, we can make this better by making it live action. We'll take all of the heart, all of the planning, all of that shit out, and we'll have floating rocks.
There is no character building in there, or very little character building. They had already met the Kyoshi Warriors by the end of the first episode.
No, but
that's
what
how
about
rushed
playing
it
with
is.
the penguins?
Nope. Well, not that I noticed it. Again, I wasn't paying a lot of attention because there
What
was
about the watchtower?
It couldn't keep me intrigued.
No, see,
It's like so. First episode, they he'd been taken by Tsuko, and then I looked away for about 5 minutes, and he's off the ship. I'm all over. Hey, what?
To be fair, it takes about the same amount of time in the actual.
Yeah,
anime.
it doesn't take long, but it's
that is a 25-minute episode.
No, it is. It's a 25-minute episode, but this is like. I remember them going. Sokka and Katara, they go, yep, we're going to go get him. And then all of a sudden I look away and then I'm like, wait, hang on, what? Now we're talking about going.
We've got him. We're going to go get him. We've got him.
Now we're talking, he doesn't know what he's going to do, so he's going to go to Kyoshi's shrine.
I guess one of the things we have to talk about is how long are the episodes?
I think they're an hour.
Okay, well then roughly you're only missing about 15 minutes from a 25-minute episode, right?
Well, yeah.
So it's okay that they could meet the Kyoshi Warriors at the end of the first one. However,
I suppose, yeah.
However, if they're missing the little character parts where it's like we're actually learning about the characters, that's a no-go.
At what point do you reckon they should be meeting Boomy?
Boomy.
His old friend, the Earthbender?
Yeah, I know what it is. I'm just trying to think because it's in. I'm pretty sure they go straight from Kyoshi Warriors up to shit, I can't remember his city's name.
I just watched that episode too.
I was going to say Ba Sing Se, but Ba Sing Se is
No,
the
it's
capital
not
of the nation.
Either way, so they meet up. So Jet, they meet Jet, and you know that whole thing where they go to one of the other air temples and they meet the dude that's in the wheelchair and his father that's selling explosives. You said that's in Boomy City, where Jet is.
No. no, that's not. You're wrong. You're wrong. I've seen
fairly certain.
No,
that's what I mean.
No. I've seen Avatar.
I know.
Jet lives in the bush.
He does.
That airbender story is much later because they already they have to go to the air temple first.
Yes, yeah, I know.
Which, now that I think about it, is probably before the Kyoshi Warriors.
I'm pretty sure.
or after.
It might have been just.
It might be after because he's on his trip to
But
go
the main
do
thing
all the
is-
stupid stuff. Then they go to the air temple.
Aang
Then he
is-
sees his dead friend,
Yes.
Monkey.
Aang is flying around. So, Monkey, no, Gyatso. He's in episode 1.
What? None of this now.
So, and then they go to the Kershaw boys.
I don't know. I haven't actually.
It's like I said, we've got to.
I haven't watched.
I'd have to
Avatar
rewatch
in a
just to
while.
make sure, but as I said, while Aang is talking to the kid in the wheelchair and flying around with him, Katara is talking to Jet.
Oh, that's much later.
I'm
That's when
aware.
they're like, no, your grandpa must be super old to have seen airbenders. I know, fucking last week. And it's like, what? And then they go there and he's like, no, they're not airbenders. They're just fucking kids.
Yeah.
And then he does the is it the fate? No, he does the real airbending and opens the door so that they can go
Yes.
into the thing.
I'm gonna have to rewatch that last episode because that's where I lost all attention to it. But,
Look, it's not surprising.
but as
because
I said, it's one of
it
those
seems
things.
to be one of those ones where it's just a fucking grab at something that's already popular.
It
So
is,
they're like,
and it,
cool, look, we've got the rights.
as I said, super rushed.
Yeah.
It is super rushed and very annoying.
I don't know. Is there anything good new that's out? I'm just trying to think. I was going, so I am going to go and watch the first 2 episodes of Halo. Give that a look.
Oh, okay,
I'll
yeah,
give it a
fair.
chance. I'll give it a chance. But from what the 2 or 3, I can't remember how many reviews I watched on it. But what they all kind of said was like, it's better, and it has promise. It's not good.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't really give a shit about anything Disney related, if I'm being perfectly frank,
Yeah. No, I'm aware.
because I'm just kind of like.
I'm just trying to think if there is anything good out at the moment.
And then I know Reach is not coming out till
No.
much later.
See, at the moment, I'm also looking at anime for
Oh.
good stuff that's out. Solo leveling.
It is a curse being Kris. You know, you can only watch anime when he's not betting beautiful women. So
All the time.
he doesn't have a lot of time.
No.
Not a lot of time to watch anime. Because he's just constantly.
I only watch it on Sundays. Just Sundays.
Because that is the day that God and Jesus Christ said, rest. And so the man rests. He doesn't. He goes, you know what? I could go out and be swimming in pussy.
So I could say I
But
could
no.
agree with this and say, yep, that's the exact reason. So unfortunately,
Jesus said rest. So today I am resting.
it's unfortunately the day that those episodes just come out. So I watch them the day they come out.
You're so cool.
I know, it's so very cool.
It's the coolest guy ever.
I know. It's like everyone wants to just be like me. It's a whole thing.
Anyway, moving right along.
Yes.
Oh shit! Give me 5 seconds. I actually
5 seconds.
remember how I only really watch 2 TV shows, which is hilariously funny because
Yes.
one, a little bit inaccurate. I do watch more than 2 TV shows. Got him. He counted down to his own slap. What a fool. Oh, I love it. Well, one of those TV shows is set to have a new episode soon, possibly the last episode. But I don't know when that is. Is it today? Is it tomorrow? Is it next week? I don't know.
And we are talking about. I'm briefly forgetting the new name.
What's the old name?
Top Gear.
Hey, there he goes. It's the Grand Tour.
The Grand Tour. That's
It's
it.
the Grand Tour. I love it. I do. I absolutely. It's the best.
It's some funny stuff. Is it out yet?
Scandi Flick, Euro Crash, Sand Job. Let me have a look. Yes. Wait. What?
What?
Okay. Well, it's telling me it aired September 16, 2022, but I know that's wrong.
Yeah, that's fair.
But it is out, so I shall be watching that. So, ha ha ha! Jokes on all of you. I'm not watching Halo.
You don't get his opinion next week. Deal with
Don't.
it.
I've got stuff to do. I'm so very busy.
Maybe I'll watch it. No, I won't.
Anyway, speaking about like weeks
Yes.
Last week.
Last week, yes.
That's how things work.
Yes, it was the previous week to this one, yeah.
I was going to ask you, did we do anything last week? Now I've forgotten what I was actually...
Well, I didn't do anything other than the Star Wars little RPG
we did play a Star Wars RPG. More on that in a second.
Yes.
Did we do anything else? I was going to ask you something specific.
You went out on Friday, Saturday.
I'm always out. I like spending money.
Yeah, so you were out Friday, Saturday. I was not. I refused to be around people again. Here's the thing.
He's so cool.
They're cool.
No, like, yeah. I guess really nothing happened.
No,
I
don't.
Interesting. What did I do Saturday? I did something Saturday.
I don't know.
Like, I went out. I did karaoke.
Yeah, I know you went out. Yeah. Oh, that's right. You did mention
karaoke.
the karaoke. I don't know what else you did. I pretty much just
Saturday afternoon.
couldn't even tell you what stuff I watched. I wasn't really paying attention. Actually, I think I slept mostly Saturday.
I don't know. I'm confused now. I'm confused myself. What did I do Saturday? Is it just this blank hole of emptiness that I can't remember? Yes, yes it is.
Well, that's what my weekend was.
It's going. That has nothing to do with alcohol, everybody. I'm fine. There's only one time I've forgotten things due to alcohol.
I didn't have any alcohol on the weekend, so...
Just probably the Alzheimer's.
Probably.
No, but
he is old.
It's gonna happen to me. So if you ever see Kris on this by himself, I've been old yelled. And I approve of that.
Okay. I've got permission.
Yeah.
You said it, it's verbal, and it's recorded.
If you ever see me not being an idiot,
Wandering the streets with your walking frame in just your underwear.
yeah, take me out back and rifle me. Yeah.
Do I know anyone who has a rifle? Yes, I do.
Oh, this guy.
There's multiple people.
It's
just which one am I gonna get to help me out?
Would you like to be an accessory to matter? Technically, he gave us permission, but the law doesn't care about that.
No, it doesn't. Wait, hang on. Maybe by that point it will.
Yeah, I don't think, even if the euthanasia rule goes through and everyone's okay with it and everything's happy, I don't think taking someone out back and old yellering them is going to count as a... What's the term they use for euthanasia? A safe and dignified helping of the passing.
We recorded it.
Where is the dignity? Why was he chained to the ground?
We put pants on him. Dignity.
Dignity.
And so how is that dignified? So, he
Did I ever
was
tell you
walking the streets in his underwear.
Did I ever tell you the story about me and euthanasia?
No, I don't think you did.
Okay, so like when I used to live in college, there was like one of the doctors there was like a member of this solidarity group, which was about doctors having the choice whether or not they wanted to be involved in euthanasia.
Okay, yeah.
Because like there was a big fear at the time that if the law passed, you'd have to do it whether or not you were conscientiously objecting.
Okay.
I personally think that's a little bit BS, and that there was, even if the law passed, there would be specific doctors who are like, you know what, I'm okay with this, I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'll take the business. Like a plastic surgeon. Just because you're a doctor doesn't mean you have to legally put boobs in people. All people.
Very true.
No matter what they ask. Boobs for you, boobs for you, boobs for you. I don't want boobs, boobs. Anyway, no. So anyway, brevity. So the euthanasia, there was often things talking about euthanasia.
Yes.
They were often at dinner and stuff. They'd talk about euthanasia. And for the longest time, I'm sitting there going like, okay, interesting. Like listening to their conversations, and then I'd be sitting there with my buddy Nick, and I'm just like, after everyone's left, I'm like, what is everyone's problem with the euthanasia? Like seriously, I'm like, and people are like asking me my opinion. I'm just like, I don't really have one. You know, it doesn't really concern me. And he's like, what? I'm like, yeah. This whole like conversation was about the euthanasia, and Nathan's always talking about euthanasia, and he's like,
fuck.
Yeah, what don't you get about it? I'm like, well, I didn't know. I'm like, I don't know. I just don't get why.
Is their crime rate high or something?
I'm like, I don't get why the euthanasia is such a problem. He's like, oh, okay. And then one day I saw a poster in the thing, and I read euthanasia, like the word for killing someone, and I was like, yeah, that makes. Oh, that's what everyone's been. Oh, God, did I feel dumb? Because I was like, I'm not really sure how this relates to me. And they're like, oh, well, maybe, give it a little bit of thought. Maybe, you got grandparents. Maybe it'll apply to you in a bit. I'm like, I'm not sure what my grandparents have to do with euthanasia, but my grandparents from Asia? No, they're not.
It's funny how it's pronounced.
It is.
It really is. Because most people fall victim to that same situation.
Well, it's not even that, and look, Kris will agree with me here. I'm a very intelligent man, especially when I need to be. But it was just that everyone just kept saying it, and I was just like, misheard it the first time, and then just my brain filled in the rest. So every time they would say euthanasia, I'd just be like, yeah, euthanasia. What's their problem? What's going on with it?
Is it a high crime rate? Are they in gangs now? Wait, they always have been. Are they in more gangs?
Are we concerned about it? Are we not concerned about it? Why are you for it and why are you against
it? Are there problems going to come here?
But you can see my problem, right? Because some people who are like, oh, I don't mind euthanasia. I'm like, okay, why specifically do we mind the euthanasia? And it's like, no, I don't think we should have it. It's like, okay, well, that's a whole big issue itself.
You want all the euthanasia dead. What do you want here?
I think I agree with those guys, but you seem to have the righteous points here.
You can't quite skip this whole section.
There's something that just doesn't make sense here. And for 3 weeks, I sat there and I was like, I don't get why everyone's so up in arms about the euthanasia. And then, I saw the poster and I was like, oh, everything suddenly makes sense now. Boy, did I manage to get through a lot of conversations without knowing anything about anything.
Yes, you did.
Darcy, what do you think? What if we just let them be? That's what we're saying. Okay. What? You guys are against euthanasia? Look, I'm not sure what's going on here, but I can't be a part of this.
No, you really couldn't.
At least I didn't be like, at least I never got to the point where I'm like, okay, I can't talk about genocides anymore. Because everyone would be confused. Look, I know they're a problem, but we can't just kill all of them. Maybe you should talk to Yiwei. He's actually from China. He would know about it. Anyway, no. So that was a little funny story about how for 3 weeks I was incredibly confused because of the term euthanasia.
Don't get me wrong. The first time I'd heard it, when I was just sitting, I think I was sitting in the team room, and it was on the news, and I'm like, what do you mean? What's wrong with that? And then the word pops up. I'm like, that's different.
We can't have
euthanasia.
So
instead of
where
3
are they
weeks,
supposed to
it was
go?
like
Europe.
So instead of 3 weeks, it was 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Very different time frames for me, but holy shit.
But boy, was I confused. I was like, "What? Are we going to transport them to Asia and Africa? That's pretty rough."
No, because it's still euthanasia at that point.
No, not if it goes to Africa and
Europe. No, you said if we transport them to Asia and Africa.
Fair enough.
It's like, no, they're still in Asia. It's still a problem.
We'll take them to Europe. We'll take them to Africa. But
anywhere else.
Wouldn't that cause a lot of problems? Just a bunch of youth abuse?
Even if you split up all the gangs. This gang goes to Africa. This gang goes to Europe. That would become a bigger problem, actually. It really would.
Not if you split up the gangs. Oh, you mean take each individual gang member, spread that? Yeah, no. Just take a whole gang and say, you can't be near any other gangs. This is all yours.
Africa. Now. You go to Africa. That's how we start wars.
But of course, yeah, it is. But yeah, I'm someone who's
actually, if we spread them to enough places, it technically becomes a world war.
But I was sitting there and because I'm someone who's when people are complaining about what some idiot kid's done or something, and I'm just like, youth, damn youth.
He does. He does.
Having that, I'm just like, okay, well, I get it. I often get mad at the youth, but I have the whole fish shake and everything.
He does.
It seems a bit over my pay grade, guys. That's a whole continent's worth of youth to deal with.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, no, it was a very funny time for me.
That's something.
Anyway,
yes.
Enough on that embarrassing page of my life. Let's talk about what we did do on Sunday. That's right, everybody. We did something on Sunday. It wasn't bowling this time. That's cool.
It's a shock.
Very cool.
Yeah.
No, we played a tabletop role-playing game. Calm down, everyone. Relax yourselves. Yes, it turns out we are nerds. Nerds.
Yes. If you hadn't figured it out yet.
Where the fuck you been? What have you been up to?
Seriously.
You keep your head in the sand? What do you think about when your head's down there?
Actually, a good question. Is it nice and cool? Yes. Usually it is if you dig yourself down a little bit. It's a little bit cool.
When your head's in the sand, it can't really go that deep, Kris.
Yep. No.
Only neck length.
Well, true, but you can put your head further down by having your shoulders in too.
Okay, you're about to get backhanded.
I was waiting for
You're about to he's fucking fuck. So angry. Just landed that on all of the guitars.
It did.
All of them. All of them.
Every last one.
Put that right there.
If you just want to know what that was, he moved the knife
Hello.
into a better position.
It's gone from a real stabbing position to a real slashing position. Let's just put it that way.
It has.
Anyway, no, yeah, we're nerds. Hello. I know, shocking, surprise.
Welcome to the channel.
Yes.
Because
Nice to-
clearly this
nice
is your
to have
first
you.
video.
Yeah, so we played a tabletop role-playing game. We played Star Wars: Edge of the Empire, to be exact. If you have
We
played it
did.
before, you'll know that it uses a variety of colored dice, which I can't even begin to explain because I have yet to grasp exactly what we were doing. But I can tell you this.
We mask an entire family.
Well, I was going to say I had fun.
Oh, we did.
It was a very fun day.
It was.
Our dungeon master was a little bit cruel, I believe.
I think he was
Let
like...
me just pull up exactly what he said about us.
Oh, yeah, no, because there was a message yesterday? Today. Yesterday.
But you keen? They are playing Bothans. If you don't know anything about Star Wars, Little Dogman. And are basically murdering pieces of shit. Ha ha. And my response to that
they
was,
attacked us.
I believe what you meant to say was charming and dashing rogues. Now, let me be fair. Let me be 100% fair. Kris was a murdering piece of shit. I think that does sum him up very nicely. But me, I was lovely. I was great.
He did
I was
stop me
charming.
from murdering someone twice.
Yeah, exactly. Twice.
He was going down
And-
the track of threatening people.
Oh,
Actually, no, sorry. The first time I wasn't going to actually kill him. I was aiming for threatening him. Was it by holding a knife to his throat? Yes. Yes, it was.
More importantly, though.
Then
More
we
importantly-
scared a whole bunch of... No, that we'll say that later. Yes.
More importantly, though, I believe that I was charming and dashing. I just had a very bad day. I was in no mood for shit.
And my character was antisocial, so I left all the talking, or most of the talking, to him.
Which I did a very good job at. I was charming. I was dashing. I managed to set up some plans.
Very convincing.
Did not
Sorry.
think all of my plans all the way through.
No, I did help him with some of the plans.
Anyway. Well, okay, so to be perfectly fair, I had a really good plan. Even our DM Caleb said, like, wow, that was like really cool, that was really clever. I just didn't think it all the way through to completion.
But this was the one getting the...
This is when I like literally just swaggered in and told everyone I was a delivery boy.
Oh, yeah, that, yeah.
And then because they were like, oh yeah, and he's like, everyone believes you, so a bunch of people leave to go get something with you, and I didn't have what they were expecting, and so I had to do the next logical thing. Now, given extra time to think about it, I realized we could have just pretended someone had stolen it and that we were going to go find it.
That's where I thought you were going to go.
But
I honestly thought you
instead-
were going to say that.
But instead, I'd had a really long day. My character had been shot at several times by this point,
And been hit multiple times.
and I was just in no mood. So
Almost died once by that point.
what I did instead was I pulled a gun on them. They're pretty
Wasn't
much
the first time.
No, it was the first time. That's why it took him by surprise. That was the first time. The next 3 times
Oh, no, that's right. 'cause
also
every other
took
time...
him by surprise.
Yeah, they did.
So I ended up... We played for like
I did
4
take him
hours.
by surprise once as well.
You did. But we played for like 4 hours, and like by the end of it, I had all my plans and stuff, but I was also just like, I'm not going to try and talk my way out of everything because I do have an ability that literally says here, quick draw. I'm like, so maybe I should just use that a little bit more often.
Use it a little more often.
So
it became his signature.
Well, then there was directly after that where we went and saw the guy and got the thing that we were supposed to be delivering.
I'm surprised you didn't put the... Wait, did you pull the gun on him?
No, I didn't.
I'm actually surprised at that.
I didn't have to. He just
No,
gave me everything I wanted.
All because I made you grab the invoice to start with.
Well, to be fair, that guy pulled a gun on me, and that's important. So the guy, there was another dude who pulled a gun on me earlier. So
actually, no, you pulled the gun first.
No,
we noticed he was...
No. He'd already pulled the gun on me at that point. Later on, I pulled the gun on him first because he'd already pulled a gun.
Oh,
on me.
that's right. Yeah.
I knew he was going to do it, so I did it first. But the second time, which also caught our DM by surprise, was a confrontation he really wanted us to have. Like, he even said, "I really want you to have this confrontation. It's with this really douchey character I've made. He's a piece of shit. You guys are gonna love this." And so he shows up with this whole mini army, and he's expecting us to kind of talk it out while we prepare an attack, and I'm just like, okay.
They were throwing insults at each other. That's all much.
We were insulting each other back and forth because I was the clever one, and then I was just kind of like, Caleb, what's their distance? And he's like, oh, they're about me right now. I'm like, okay, I pull out my gun and start shooting. He's like, what? There's civilians. I'm like, I just bang. And so that happened.
Yes. It was good.
And then there was another whole fight with many casualties.
Yeah.
And then as Kris talked about, we so Caleb, I think just because it was funny that killing was generally okay. So if you don't know the game, there's something you need to know. All of our weapons had stun on them, but we never used it.
I realized at one point, I'm like, wait, I could have just when we were when I was threatening him, I could have just used stunned him and used that as the threat. But no, I chose holding a knife to his throat.
You could have, and Caleb was like, so I assume you guys haven't switched to stun yet? We're like, no. So anyway, Caleb kind of, to try and make us feel bad about our actions, Caleb was like...
Caleb is the DM.
Yeah,
I'm sure you could figure that out from
Caleb's our DM. But he was like, try and make us feel bad. He pretty much made a lot of the Gamorreans, big pigmen that we had killed, family members.
No, he made all of them family. He did.
But that was...
It was in our second encounter. That we'd already killed 2 of them in the canteen.
Oh, absolutely.
Then we came up to another 3 in the street.
Yes.
After we immediately killed 2 of them, the other one dropped to his knees to surrender.
Yeah.
He's the one I threatened with the knife.
He is. Anyway, so he was the youngest, and he made up this whole backstory about how he was into charity and helping people, all of this
going
good
to
stuff.
A soup kitchen, he'd planned on going into a soup kitchen that afternoon.
Yeah, so look, we took mercy on his soul and didn't kill him.
Yeah.
But then Caleb was like, every other member we killed was a member of his family.
And he was counting it to let us know that once we'd killed 9 of the 10 of them, we'd finish that battle, and without a second thought in my mind, he's like, what are you going to do next? And I'm like, well, I'm going to the soup kitchen to meet the one we let go earlier.
And Kris wanted to kill him because he's a bloodthirsty...
Well, my plan was to sneak up behind him and just go, hey, your whole family's dead. And then just slit his throat.
Yeah, see, Kris is a bloodthirsty murderer. But me, because I was...
But he was also serving soup, so the poor weren't really going to get any more food because, well, he was serving the soup. It was filled with blood.
Anyway.
I went down a dark path.
I'm a very nice person. So when we got there, all I did was...
pull his gun out.
Yes,
and stopped me from killing him. I was trying to stop the villain story. I was trying to get rid of the villain.
That's not important. Because I dealt with it. It was dealt with. I simply did what any lovely, kind person would do. Pulled my gun on him. Told him he didn't have any family left.
So you can now. Part of the things we didn't say was one of the reasons he was working with under the hut of the area was because he couldn't leave, because if he did, the rest of his family would be killed.
Exactly.
So we took care of that for him. His family's dead. You can leave now.
Anyway, so I informed him that his family wasn't that dead, and many of them would need closed caskets.
Yes.
Then I informed him that he was now free to go, but if I ever saw him again, I would come back and kill him and all of the poor people around.
Yes, and just to make sure that the poor didn't attack him because he was the only one with the gun at the time, I pulled my gun out.
Yes, because
I had to back him up, of course. So if they did attack him, I was at least going to take about 20 of them beforehand.
A dashing rogue, if you will.
Yes.
Anyway, and then, stuff happened. We left. That was the point where Caleb really just wanted us to die.
But he also didn't want us to die.
He didn't want us to die, but he also wanted us to die.
He's like, the side of him, the lawyer side of him wanted us dead. He wanted the death sentence. However, for the sake of the game, he didn't want us to die.
Anyway, so we kept going on. And then we got back to the dude who pulled a gun on me earlier, and I was talking to him, and he was getting annoyed, so I pulled another gun on him.
And then I took his gun.
Exactly.
So that way he couldn't pull another gun on us.
And then Kris killed him.
And look, in my defense, the whole thing was, if I hear any blaster shots, I'm immediately shooting him in the head, because I had it placed up against his head, of course. So he goes out.
Shit gets escalated.
It gets escalated so quickly. Did you pull your gun out on that one as well?
No, I kind of just walked up and was like,
"Oh, that's right, you failed the whole."
How's it going? And because Caleb really was angry at me for all the threatening and the just pulling my gun out and threatening and the shooting and the threatening and the more shooting.
See, I just threatened with a knife placed against their throat. So
pretty much, Caleb got annoyed at me because I would occasionally have really good plans that then when they came to their end, I didn't have anywhere to go, so I just started pulling out my gun and shooting.
Actually, it kind of shocked him when we got to the parts area, because we had the whole plan of the invoice of handing it to him, so he just handed it over.
I know what I'm doing.
Well.
But at the same time, he got really annoyed, so he made me literally use a part of the game where you can make rolls harder for people, so that I would have a harder roll.
You did it twice. He made sure that there was two.
Second one, I failed.
It was indeed the second one.
The first one, everything went fine. The second one, there was a bit of an issue.
At which point, he says, "Look, the alarms are going off. The droids have now aimed at Darcy. They're about to shoot." And then before he could finish his sentence, it's like, "I'm shooting this guy in the head." It's placed against his head. I had to make sure he knew that so that he didn't have go, "Okay, so you've got to draw out your gun and then take time to do this," and then no, it's already pointed at his head. There's very little chance of missing.
And yeah, and then he almost got his wish like 3 times because I got enough damage that I should have been dead. But then I remembered armor.
Yes, and we figured out that he had
1 health.
One health, and then he used a stim to get some health back, and then he went back down to 1 health.
But that's okay. That's how the game rolls.
And then he remembered he has grenades.
Oh yeah, I fucking forgot about that. But yeah, long story short, we played a very fun game.
We both almost died.
Caleb was very mean to us, I think, personally. I think that we weren't murdering piece of shit. We just dealt with the flow of...
Well, I made sure I was a bounty hunter assassin.
To be a murdering piece of shit.
I was trying to be a murdering
But
piece of shit.
I think personally, I just rolled with the punches. Like, really well, actually, if I'm being honest. I rolled with them punches so good.
I think we did.
It was just a really long and taxing day for me.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
I wake up in the morning, I didn't expect to have a bounty on my head. And then I've got to fight stormtroopers.
Yeah.
Derek Starfucker.
It was Derek Starfucker.
Wipe out that whole family of Gamorreans. It had been a long day.
Yeah. There was and the 4 droids, of course.
And the droids. And so I think, in reality, I played that character to perfection.
Oh, wait, and then the hut showed up right at the end to try to take us down.
He did shoot me. I was very singed at the end of that game.
You were.
Also, remember, Bothon, Dogman, very singed.
Yes.
But yeah, so we're probably going to do it again, and that was supposed to be like a one shot to kind of get used to the game, but I think Caleb kind of fell in love with our characters and the way we play them, and now he wants us to continue with them.
He's trying to get one of so he's trying to get Jordan to join us, and he's like,
Jordan.
he's like, the guys they're Bothans, so the Bothan brothers. Are you a Bothan brother?
Are you a Bothan? Bothans only. I don't have Bothans.
He
I
really
really
wants
wanna
him to be a
see-
Bothan.
I really want to see a Wookiee though, because I'd actually like to have some muscle for
Well,
once.
that was my other choice. It was being a Wookiee. I, however, chose the.
I want us to have some muscle. Well, I was actually also going to be a Wookiee, but I was like, Wookiees can't communicate. It's like, for the game, it's they can speak basic. I'm like, no. I'll only be a Wookiee if I tell you what I'm doing, but when I talk to everyone else, I just go.
Oh no, that would
I
be
don't know
great.
what he's talking about.
Well, if we ever do another game, we'll both be Wookiees, and the only thing we're allowed to do the entire time we're there is that. We know what we're doing. He doesn't.
No, Caleb would, because he's game us. We have to talk.
We've got to really start it with not knowing what we're doing.
No. It'd be anyone we're playing.
No,
with.
we're just messaging between each other and just not telling. Okay.
Oh, that would actually work. We could message Caleb so we never have to speak.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That would be great. I would love that.
no, but yeah. So it was good fun, and we probably will play more, and it probably will get. It'll just be the worst thing ever.
It will. It's going to be the worst thing. It's going to be so much fun.
It's going to be so much fun. But like, I already know how I'm playing this character because usually when I play like tabletop RPGs, I usually play quite a good aligned neutral character, like
Yes.
lawful chaotic or
Yes.
neutral, like full neutral.
Yes.
Or sometimes even just lawful neutral. But
This time.
uh,
We went off the deep end.
well, no, this time I'm literally playing a smuggler.
I'm
playing a
yes.
smuggler who's only in it for himself. I believe I'm being very neutral.
Yeah.
But in my being neutral, because it serves my purposes, everything around me ends up being chaotic.
yes, it does.
Because that's what helps me the best. It's best if I don't have to absorb shots, because it's not what I'm built for.
It's true.
I'm just a little baby.
It's true. It is true.
All I need to do is make the world around me chaos
I
and
can take
madness.
slightly more hits than you.
You
But
take a lot more hits than me. Let's be fair, let's be true, let's be real. In that last fight, he's like, you get shot, and it's like shots that were almost killing me, you get shot, and you're like, yeah, okay, I take like 2 damage.
no, I was taking like 5. It's just I was stimming, so that
I would have been dead.
yeah, I was just stimming, so I had enough health to take another hit. But it ended up being a thing that after we dealt with it all, we're packing up, and then I've written in my book, if I see the last Piggleston brother again, doesn't matter what's happening. If I see him, kill him. It's just, he's not going to be able to stop me. I'm going to just kill him.
I'm gonna stop anyone. I'm that charming.
It's not happening next time.
To be fair, I do think I played that role incredibly well. Because
Yeah, you did.
I think I played the smuggler almost perfectly. Where
Yes.
it was like, I have plans, they're too big, they're too complicated, I get caught up in them, and then when everything goes to shit, it's like, oh, you know what, fuck it.
Yeah.
What the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
I'm now armed, everyone else isn't.
Yeah, even me. So it starts a fucking. It literally starts a whole piece of combat, and then I'm there, and I'm like, I have to use an action to get the gun out.
I am the worst.
So I can't. It's not even a situation of I could get behind cover, then draw it out, but then I can't take a shot that round. So all I would do is get it out, take a shot, or worry about cover next round.
Yeah, it was very funny.
Oh, it was.
But again, I also feel like I let Caleb know exactly how I was going to play that game when in the starting like 20 seconds, when he's like, "Okay, what are you going to do?" And my first action was, "I'm going to go ask the bartender a question." He didn't have the answer I was chasing, so my next action was to dive behind the bar and ready to shoot the first person that walked in the head.
Whereas I walked in the bar and I'm like, I'm going to try to hide in amongst the crowd,
How'd that go?
watching the dancer. And then as my character is set up,
to be a Neanderthal.
Well, a bit of a loner with no social skills. That's the assassin side of things. I crashed into everyone there and then made a whole scene. So as soon as the Gamorreans walked in, guess who they looked at?
Well, they didn't look at the guy who was hiding. Let me tell you that.
Hiding.
Also, fun fact, and it's actually pretty funny, just for like our character things, is that he is apparently very good at hiding, which I didn't know about.
Yeah, I am.
And I'm not.
Nope.
So like our very literally the very next thing we did was like he hid, and I just like drew all of the attention and got us attacked again.
Because he sort of
I failed.
You failed, but with advantage. So it was like you weren't hidden. I was hidden, but because he was talking to me the entire time and wouldn't shut up, it became a thing of they knew exactly where the both of us were because he wouldn't shut up, even though fucking I succeeded with advantage.
To be fair, well, it wasn't my fault. I told you I'm not a stealth build.
Should have known I was a stealth build just to the fact that I was an assassin.
Yeah,
Of course stealth's gonna be there.
I was like, you know what? Maybe you're just one of those assassins, like not the Assassin's Creed assassins.
No, that's what I was going for.
Because they're the stealthy assassins. Maybe you're like one of those assassins, like from I can't remember what it's called now. Who just walk in and tank all the hits and then stab the dude and then walk out.
Is that really an assassin or just a murder?
No, because a professional hit was put out. Hitman.
Fuck's sake.
The way
Yes.
Kris plays it. Walk in, let everyone know you're there to kill a guy.
When did I do that?
Whenever we play Hitman.
Hitman, yeah. I was gonna be like, in the game that we played on the weekend? No. No, I was being stealthy. So the reason I actually failed getting into that group, he said I could use stealth or cool. And because I've got...
Oh, I'm very cool.
I've got... My character's got nothing in cool, so it's like I failed the roll. I'm like, should have used stealth.
Should have used stealth.
My other thought was he told us there was a spot on the roof where I could sort of perch myself.
Oh, I was not going to give you time to do that.
Well, see, my thing is
Shit was kicking off.
because I went first. I was about to do it. Wait, hang on, that would draw attention to myself.
It would, absolutely.
So let's not do that, and then try to hide and crap.
Let's not draw attention to myself. How? By drawing attention to myself.
And as soon as they walk in the door,
It's the last thing they'll ever expect.
they walk through the door. I pulled my gun out. Everyone's screaming.
Oh, it was very fun. It was a very fun day.
It was.
It did take 4 hours, but it was very
It
fun.
was. Yes. Worth it.
Tabletop games, mate. They're very long.
They are.
Although I will say, at least most of that was like fucking good stuff, and not just being like, quickly do mathematics and roll dice and do 50 billion.
Look, we didn't go through one fight in the span of an hour. The 4 hours we had like 7 or 9 fights, something around
I
that.
don't know. I killed so many people.
Yeah, I'm aware. So did I.
I killed a lot.
A lot of them I killed in one shot.
Mm.
So fuck yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, you've got that gun now, so you can do it as well.
I know, because I don't have proficiency with it.
Oh, that's right, and I do.
Anyway,
Yeah.
no, it was a good day. It was a good day, and
good.
yeah. As I said, you always know it's a good day when playing one of those type of games. When like a one shot becomes like everyone's like, that's not a one shot.
Let's continue this later.
We want to know where this goes because these characters are fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
And as I said, I think like I just think he was shocked by how how quickly and willing I was to be like, okay, right, kill everyone.
I think he sort of expected it from me, but then you kept going for it.
Plan 1 failed. Plan 2 is leave no one standing.
Yeah. No, like I said, I think there's 2 things that I shocked him with.
Yeah.
When I was going to threaten him, and he's on the ground. You can see he's pissed himself. He's done. He's not doing anything. You've scared him. You've scared him straight. And then I'm just like, I place a knife on his throat, and then it just, huh?
I was actually surprised at how many stormtroopers we were able to take out.
6.
Well, yeah, but
you were saying-
considering that he was like, okay, so stormtroopers are pretty hard to kill. It's not like the movies. And I was like, oh yeah, I know.
Yeah, this is gonna be rough.
Oh, like just knowing the legend of stormtroopers, I'm like, it's gonna be rough. And then like, and then that last battle we had against, I was like, okay, what was it the first one? I can't remember. It was one of the battles we had where we're like, okay, we're retreating, and then we killed 2 of them. And we're like, okay, we're not retreating anymore.
Yeah, it was.
Fuck that last guy up.
It was the first one. It's just like you started retreating, and then I'm like, I'm gonna take a shot, then retreat, and then it was take the shot, retreat, but he died, so I was like, well, there's one left, so let's just move forward and kill him.
Right. Okay. What we're gonna do is fucking us down.
Exactly.
But yeah, no. Oh fuck, that was hilarious.
The last one screwed us up though with like Derek Starfucker with his four Gamorreans, and then as we were just about to kill the last, just about to kill Derek, and the fucking 3 stormtroopers shot behind
to be fair,
us.
we took those motherfuckers out quickly.
Oh, we did.
But,
Not without me getting severely injured.
oh, yes, but I was already dead at that point.
You did go down. I had to take the last one down to pick you up.
That's because everyone was shooting at me.
I'm aware.
Like, yeah, that was the thing. Everyone was shooting at me in those really big last 2 fights. I was the target for everyone. Did I deserve it? Probably.
Actually,
not.
no. I became the target in the last one.
Well, you did, but
As
only
soon as
after
I
I
came
almost died twice.
As soon as I came out, it's like you're about to die, and then it's like, hang on, Kris, roll this. I'm like, they're aiming at Kris now. I'm like, huh?
Yeah, that's your bad luck. He still wanted them shooting at me.
Meanwhile, I still wasn't behind cover.
Yes.
And then the 2 pilots walk out the goddamn.
But as I said, that was your bad luck.
It was.
He would, when he got to choose who they were shooting at, they
It
were
was
shooting at me.
It was you. And then
And
he's
it
like, wait, hang on, I don't want to be that mean. Here, roll this.
It probably had to do with all of the gun pulling.
It probably did.
And the fact that I made many of these lovely NPCs upset with me.
To be honest, he probably blamed you for the whole fucking soup kitchen incident, even though it was my idea.
He probably did. And I stopped it becoming a bloodbath by just threatening everybody.
See, that's the thing. It's funny. You stopped it from being a
I'm
bloodbath,
such a nice guy.
and you're the one that got the blame for it. Whereas me, I planned on going in there and killing him. It was a whole thing.
Yeah, I was harsh, but for a good reason.
You were.
Yes, I put a gun to a man's head several times while he lay on the ground crying. But
and then when he was wait, was that Derek Starfuck?
No.
Who did you put the gun to the head of?
The big guy when he was lying there crying about his brothers being dead.
Oh yeah, because he dropped to the ground. You just like kept doing it. Yeah.
Like, okay, my gun's against his head. Now, here's the good news.
We're gonna let you live.
We're gonna let you live.
And then there was me. Aww.
And then, after we had delivered our news, I pulled my gun away from his head. I pointed at everyone else and said, I'll kill you all. Stay away from me.
Yes.
Ah. Yes. Okay,
Actually, by
so
that point,
technically, that did not make me a very good guy.
No.
But I wasn't a bad guy. At best, I was a neutral guy. I said, don't make me kill you. Don't make me. Had they made me, I would have had to kill them.
I had to be convinced.
But
not
unlike
to kill
you,
them.
exactly.
I was just the bad guy.
Chris was the bad guy. He wanted everyone dead. I was there just saying like, hey, I'm happy to let bygones be bygones.
Again, I was trying to stop the villain.
You killed all... Yeah, someone killed all of your family, but you're still alive.
It
Think
was
about
mostly me.
positives. It was mostly you.
It was.
Was mostly you.
Yeah.
Except for those...
My character
I think
was.
I definitely made more of a mess, but...
Oh yeah. I had the bigger death toll.
Yes. And then you know, like we just but for some reason I'm taking the blame. I'm the bad guy.
Yeah, I know, it was weird.
Everyone's alive because of me. If more people did what I said, less guns would have been pulled. Less people
No,
being
the
shot.
same amount of guns would have been pulled. You kept pulling the gun.
Okay, well, I told you that was because the plan went off the rails. Okay?
Where?
Only when the plan goes off the rails do people get shot. Or
Which is funny because I have the whole stealth thing, so I could just while you're distracting him, I could sneak up behind him and just fucking slit their throat.
but okay,
We never did.
the second gun pull, that was because the motherfucker was really annoying.
Yeah, he was. He was.
And he deserves to be shot. And even Caleb said that. Yeah, this motherfucker deserves to be shot.
He did introduce that character like that.
So I shot him.
It's fair.
Anyway, it was a very fun game. If you don't play a tabletop RPG, find yourself someone who's a good DM. Like they're around. They're a dime a dozen. Good DMs.
Yeah.
Someone who's just there to have fun with everyone, not someone who's like,
And when
the
everything
classic-
everything does go off the rails, they don't just go, oh, but the rules. No.
They go, I'm
Fuck
interested
those.
to see where this goes. Also, so our buddy Caleb, our DM, he literally let us go well and truly off the story after many hours so that we could go threaten someone because he thought it would be funny.
As soon as I'm like, going to the soup kitchen, he's like, oh, no. You're not going to, are you? He was like, oh, I think you know what I have planned.
Anyway, so if
He
you
did want to kill us on the way there, though, with the rickety bridge.
he didn't want to kill us. He just wanted us to reconsider our options.
Yeah, no.
Anyway, no, but like I played a lot of tabletops. Sometimes with really good dungeon masters who are there to have fun with the players.
Yeah.
And sometimes with dungeon masters who are like, these are the rules. These are how you play. If you break the rules, you will be in trouble. And no one has fun playing those games.
Oh, no.
But if you can get like a really good DM or just someone who's happy to tell a story with your input, get together, play a role playing game. Not Dungeons and Dragons. Fuck that shit. That's far too rulesy, too complicated. Everyone has to have books and cards and like if you need a fucking duffel bag to transport the rules of the game, them rules be too much.
Yeah. You
but-
kind of do with that one.
but
It's
there's-
unfortunate.
There's so many like short little role playing games out there that take like 1 to 2 hours. I've got one called 10 Candles. Chris, reach over there and grab Alice is Missing. Thank you, Chris, for kicking over. This one here I bought recently. We haven't played it yet. It's called Alice is Missing. It's a 90-minute fucking game.
Yeah.
And it's role playing. Get out there, have some fun, play some role playing games. If you're like someone who's like, oh, role playing games are for nerds, do you even know what role playing is? It's about just being another character. Is Scarlett Johansson a nerd? She role plays all the time. It's her job. She gets paid to fucking do it.
Legitimately ever after.
What about Chris Evans? Chris Hemsworth. Would you call Chris Hemsworth a nerd? To his face? With those muscles?
Well, actually, the weird one is...
No. Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill. No, everyone, like, the parts he plays, and, like, everyone's
It's
like,
Henry
no,
Cavill.
what did we say?
I said Henry Cavill. But you went, yeah, Henry Cavill. It's Henry Cavill.
Okay, hey, Henry Cavill.
But he actually is.
But
He's a nerd.
everyone sees it, like, everyone looked at the roles he played, and it's like, nah, he's not a nerd. It's like, no, he plays fucking Warhammer.
Yeah, but
Plays a shit ton of it.
you know,
He's a
but
fucking nerd.
also at the same time they were looking at him being like, he's incredibly handsome and fit like shit.
Yeah.
He's not a nerd. It's like, no, he's like, he'll be the first to tell you, I'm the world's biggest nerd. He was talking about a role that he almost missed because he was playing.
Yeah.
It's like, I almost didn't answer that phone call because I was playing Warhammer.
Yeah.
But you know,
Well, they derailed it. There was one that they derailed an interview because they were like, "Oh, what are you into?" And they're like, "Oh, Warhammer 40,000." Everyone else calls it 40K, but well, most people. But he's like says that, and then one other guy is like, "Hold on, I'm playing this at the moment," and then and immediately Henry's just like, "Okay, so." And then they just started talking about that.
it's like to do The Witcher. He actually played The Witcher games.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, I was like, I like it."
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, he's a giant nerd, and it's like the truth is, most of us are actually nerds because fucking nerd culture is actually really fun.
It is.
Especially if you go into it having fun. Like,
Oh.
and like the whole thing is like, and I don't know why people have this in their heads. Probably because of all the like things like Big Bang Theory and all these things where it's like, oh, the nerds play their Dungeons and Dragons and are like, oh, nerds. And it's like, no, the truth about Dungeons and Dragons is you sit there with a beverage of some sort,
Oh yeah.
getting drunk and being like, okay, well, hang on, can I do this? And then Dungeon Master goes, yeah, why would you want to? Like, yeah, but can I do it? And they're like, yes. And you're like, fucking sweet. I'm busting out of here, butt naked. I'm gonna go fucking kill that guy with my bare fucking fists while my dick drags on the ground. And they're like, oh, okay, not advised, but let's do this. And you're just like, fuck you, mate. And it's like, yep, you trip over your own ginormous dick.
Yes.
And that is tabletop role playing.
It is. It really is.
But yeah, no, it's such good fun, and if you can get a bunch of people together,
have a go. Like, just find something online.
Yeah, it doesn't have
So
to be
many
Dungeons
good
and
ones.
Dragons because, as Darcy said, there's a lot of rules on that one, and every
Too much.
move involves rolling the dice.
Too much.
Yeah.
But there's so many out there. I have many. Like, literally, around Christmas time. Actually, just before Christmas. I went on a bit of a binge and bought like 6 or 7 role-playing games. Each one that's like, what do you need for it? About 3 pages of PDF and a bunch of friends. And I went, cool, I've got 3 pages of a PDF. Work on the friends. I'll work on the friends.
We're getting there.
One day. But yeah, no.
Well, we know Caleb's keen now, so we've got Caleb down.
So many. I even have this one role-playing game where it's just about being friendly little animal spirits.
Nice.
It's beautiful. And you're just trying to help the village.
Fucking perfect.
Just trying to make everyone happy.
I probably won't be good at that
No.
one. No.
Well, anyway, guys, thank you for joining us. Thank you for listening to us talk about fucking something stupid that happened on our weekend.
Yes.
So stupid. But if you did enjoy it, play some role-playing games. Just
Do
fucking
it.
do it.
100%.
But then, once you've done that, like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel.
Yes.
That would be nice.
Yeah, it would be great.
That'll get your karma up. So do that. Do
Look,
that.
I'd say join the Discord.
If it works.
Still needs to do that.
I don't know. Kris could do something for once, but Kris is a dick.
I don't have access to it.
He's such a dick. No, but thank you guys. As always, I've been Darcy. He's been Kris.
Yes.
We will catch you next time. And have a good week.
Yeah.
Bye.
So yeah.